Why I see a bear? Like, we had him play bear once and we decided, you know what, no tanks. Even when Zachary was like, hey, can I play my prod? I was like, yeah, prod is actually doable, but... And then we told Zachary no tanks. Can he, like, play bear but in a feral form? Can he just feral most of the times? Dude takes and die in arena, what the fuck? Yeah, we might just have to... We might just have to... Yeah. We might just have to... Yeah. Might just have to, well, we'll see how it goes. We might just have to have him play bear, feral or something while the bear stance or whatever. I don't know. It's gonna be Dion first. Getting actually obliterated by Darksbine early though. Big damage coming out of the Outlaw rogue. Dion is trying to find a way to live through this. Is he a boomkin or is he a feral? I think, oh, he has to be a boomkin. He got cut out early by Darksbine with a mallet to follow. Back-to-back stuns. Dion is actually getting completely obliterated in the opener. Darks went for so much damage. It's continuing trucking along. DM just doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Trying to get some resources rolling, but Dirks does have him down. Next up is going to be Skessel, get him blinded in the opener as he gets dots into Dirks. Dirks is going to be able to get at least a full reset. Is getting Concoction up and running right now, getting a reset at the Skessel. Assassination versus Outlaw. I feel like Dirks loses because he doesn't have a trinket. Skessel could go for big Vendetta play. Okay, we'll see with Shifty. If Shifty lives for way too long, we'll just have to have him go into cat form and just forfeit, basically. If he lives for way too long, you know what I mean? Like, it might be a little bit nutty. Sun came out of Skessel, does get a storm. As Skessel trying to get a setup onto Dirks, is going to go Fanonize, just generate comp points. Dirks is going to bail out of this. Skessel is going to sprint after him. Looks like Skessel not even going to go for a resell, just wants to keep the damage rolling into Dirks if he can get a full kitty shot. Malik to follow. Vendetta coming out. Dirks get to live this at all or no? Oh my god, so much of his health just goes down. Parry coming out into a vanish ambush for a moment. Does get a stun, and Skessel does get to obliterate him with the dots. Next up is going to be Madness. Does get a root onto him. That is going to be Dar Basses coming out. Skessel is going to get a shadow step into a... Did he trinket something or not? It looked like Skessel trinketed something, but I don't think he did. I think it was Diom's trinket on cooldown. But I was Madness trying to get some big setup. Does have a Basilisk. It's actually pretty quick while he's mounted up. Needs to find Skessel. Does find him. Sap coming out. Sending the pet over. Can get the pet over. The Basilisk actually does get a chomp into him. For like a second, I think his shield do cover him though. But the main pet didn't get out of Madness. You could have just, you could have got off your mount and sent the pet at him, my dude. What kind of mog is that? Is that the, I want to say, is that the mythic set for... Is that the mythic set for the raid TOS? Or is that the PvP set? I think it's a mythic set. I was going to say. So Madness, all he's left is going to pick up the eye. Stun coming on to Skessel. Trickets out of it into Gorod onto Madness right now. Getting a big old proc for Poison Bomb. Madness is going to get a tricket out of it. Skessel evasion coming down. No, Cloaking is coming down first, actually, in case there was going to be a freezing trap to follow. Evasion getting rotated out. Madness still taking a lot of damage. Is going to slam a Mally into Skessel, though. Skessel doesn't have too much to really heal with, as evasion just allows him to evade everything. Freezing trap to slow him down for a bit. He has a grin on him, man. He has a grin. He knows what's up. He knows he can win this. Grinning right now. So nice coming down onto Madness. Madness is going to pop a defensive a little bit early, trying to pre-defense himself. Skessel doesn't want to go for big damage. Kitty shot coming down as the defensive comes off. Skessel doesn't have a lot to work with. Does have Toxic Blade. He's going to use it. Uses it right here. But Skessel is still not in a good position. Is still trucking damage into the Hunter as much as he can. Madness is going to get a Hunter heal rolling right now. Root coming down into Skessel. He's trying to get a big slows into Madness. Mally to fall into Madness right now. Skessel wants to end him, throwing daggers at him back to back, hoping Bleeds do it. That's gonna be Turtle Shell. Skessel does have Cheat Death coming down. The pet does get to eliminate him, truck the damage as much as it could. I keep swapping to the wrong person, boys. I keep doing it over and over. I'm sorry. That's gonna be Loot actually getting frozen up with his... That's a nice big cock we got there, man. That's a big rooster you're riding on, but it's gonna be Madness dipping into Camo. I keep swapping to Shadow Step it. It's not his fault. I keep clicking the wrong guy. It's gonna be Lut versus Madness. Blood apparently was told is one of the best destros out there. We'll see how good it is. Emily coming up a little bit early, trying to let a fear. No, not going to happen. Is going to send the pet over at his pet. Actually, does get a fear on the Beastmaster pet. Silence coming on to loot. His Madness going to get CC'd by the Succubus. Does get a root and a stun onto Lud. The Succubus is going to go for CC. Looks like it's not going for CC quite yet. Does get a freeze on the Succubus. Lud's out in the open with cooldowns. That's going to be Dire Basilisk is going to be chomping up at him. Dropping down Infernal right now into a horror effect. Does it land that Chaos Ball? Does land a Chaos Ball into Mad? No, doesn't actually. What was that? Did it line it? I think he actually did line it. Lud is out there with the Dire Basilisk. Again, taking chomps. He's got the big pets over there. The Beastmaster pets are doing work. The Basilisk does disappear. Madness dealing with Infernal and the Succubus for a little bit longer. Chaos Ball's trying to come out. Does line him at the very end. Lud is not in the fight quite yet. Could go for big damage anyway. Mally to follow, not going to be able to heal a lot. Does he spell himself from that Mally somehow? Or maybe he gets himself a huge heal just to get through that Mally. Maybe that's one or the other. Does get rooted out in the open. Madness could eliminate him in a moment. Cancel trying to line up. Does he land one? Doesn't even land one. Lud does go down. Madness, absolute no, pulls the pet back. The crows are not enough to finish him. Madness, get your pet back in there. Get your pet back in there. Put his pet, I guess, to a heal or something. Lud, does he have a horror effect to follow this? He can get a horror with a havoc. He could double horror. No, kill command takes him out. If he had double the horror on the pet and the hunter, he could actually get big kills. Ketchikan gonna get frozen up as he gets that Madness. Madness might need to go for a full reset right now, dudes. He might just have to. What the hell? Are you kidding me, music? Oh my god. Let's skip the next song. Madness trying to line up a root onto Ketchikan with a stun. Try to see if he can force cooldowns out of him. That is going to be a root that he doesn't need to sit because the stun really covers it. Ketchikan is just going to hit his haughty pet for a bit. Just going to get a lot of resources off that instead. He might as well just pull the pet back because Ketchikan is just going to continue healing off it. Continue generating resources. Going through cooldowns. Gonna get a pet slowed down too. Madness actually might need to re-res the pet. This might be a bad situation. Is gonna have to go res the pet. Freeze trap. Oh! Ketchikan reflects that freeze and continue to pump damage into Madness. No pet available for the Hunter. Ketchikan doesn't want to leave the Hunter by himself. Might even interrupt him. Does interrupt revive pet. Madness is out in the open naked without the pet. Gets executed right now with the Dire Basilisk popping out. Next up is going to be Landjon as an unholy DK. Gonna see if he can tussle with the muscle. Ketchikan getting the Army of the Dead rolling. Ketchikan has a lot of cooldowns pumping through his veins. Lots of damage available. Mally to follow to hit Ketchikan. Landjon get himself a little bit of a AMS roll. And not really sure. I guess in case Ketchikan does decide to reflect it, if he sees the Ketchikan gets double charge off of the pets. Continue to heal as much as possible. That's going to be a Magus of the Dead doing a lot of work. Ketchikan completed and cracked out. Actually has to go for Enraged Regeneration. Could get a charge off of the pet if you wanted to get more value out of it. Doesn't have a lot of charges, I guess. And he's going to continue doing damage as much as he can. Just usually coming out for Landjon so he can get his own heals going. This way Ketchikan gets to go on the counter offensive. Landjon's health is not doing amazing. Deathpack coming in early with a Lichborn, trying to get himself as much heal opportunity so he doesn't have to heal himself. Gonna go for full damage, all out burst, but Ketchikan's health, it's just not going down at all. Landjon's health is down under a half right now. The dampener from his death pack is going to be down. So Ketchikan can actually, or Landjon can go for massive heals. Reflect coming in for Ketchikan right now in case Landjon does something. Does get a stun to Ketchikan. No trinket coming out. Does choose the trinket. Warstorm coming out. Landjon is going to trinket out of it. AMS available. Ketchikan is going to get a charge off of the pets just so he can get a heal. Leaping over to Landjon. The pet root is going to come out. Legend does slow down. Death and Decay is in the execute range, trying to go for transfusions, trying to see if he can survive it. Ketchikan is just staying offensive. Legend getting back-to-back death strikes. Execute could end him any moment right now. Very, very little health left. Ketchikan still trucking along. It does take him out. Who's up next? It's going to be a rogue. It's going to be Shadow Stepping, popping in with a Vendetta, trying to take down the Colossal. That is Ketchikan with a Maledict to follow. Reflecting the Maledict back into Shadow Stepping. Cloak of Shadow is going to force out. Ketchikan get a charge off from Shadow Stepping. There's going to be evasion. Ketchikan gets another charge off and they can't quite get a heal. Could maybe after that. No evasion available, actually. No evasion, never mind. I was thinking evasion was up. Now evasion is up running. Getting out to Ketchikan. Barely is in your health. Is going to get a heal from the Warlock Hellstone. Going to get a leap out of the way. Charge coming into Shadow Stepping. Does get a slow into him. Does he AoE him down? I think he does hit him for a little bit, but Vantage still does cover him. Ketchikan, no heal available for quite a while. Needs to either find the rogue. Needs to get a heal out of the rogue. That's how Mark for Death on him right now. I think Shadow Stepping has a Mark for Death up and running early. Gotcha, just needs to kind of wait it out a little bit, man. Just needs to wait it out a little bit. Full kidney coming down. Does he have enough health to live through this? Is it going to be proc? Looks like Shadow Step got a few Yeet My Call procs in there. Dishonored is up next, trying to see if he can eliminate the rogue. Does get a trick out of Shadow Step a little bit early with that stun, going for a wombo combo. Blade Dance does get to connect. Shadow Step taking lots of damage. Blind coming out, trying to see if he can force cooldowns out of Dishonored, and he does. Melee to fall into Shadow Step. Not a lot of healing is going to be allowed, and Dishonored is continuing to pump damage. Stun coming out. That's going to be another Blade Dance. Shadow Step needs to land a kidney. Does land a kidney. Getting the heal up and running. Survive this for a moment. Dishonor needs to find a way to connect with Shadow Step again. Needs to find this rogue again. Doesn't have eyes. Does use Demon Hunter eyes. Does he see it though? No. The dots take it off. Might just have to go pick up for normal eyes. Shadow Step is going to have the opportunity to get a bit of a reheal. A bit of a break. A bit of a breather. As Dishonored is going to have to look for him manually. I think Dishonored double jump into his fell rush. If he didn't double jump, he actually might have fell rush past Shadow Step and got him in combat. Vendetta coming out onto Dishonored. Can Dishonored turn this around? Needs to go for a big wombo combo. That's the stun into an Ibium. Blade Dance to follow. Cloaker Shot is coming out for Shadow Step a little bit early. Dishonored eating that melee, but keeps on trucking along. Shadow Step is sprinting the hell out of there. Can Dishonored catch him? Does find him. Stun coming down. Could go for maybe a couple of Annihilates in there. But he's going to go into a Metamorphosis. Needs to get the Annihilates running. Evasion is available for Shadow Step for a little bit. Has AoE rolling. Might just drop down Darkness, honestly. Darkness should come down. Vanish coming in for Shadow Step. Does get a Warlock Hellstone going. Not going out without a fight. The Rogue is not going out without a fight either. Dishonored does almost catch him. Sap coming down for a moment. If he just had the AoE Immolation Aura rolling on him, he might have been able to do something there, but nope. Not quite. Shadow Step does get to get himself a full reset though. The DHs might even have to go pick up the eyes. Is rolling for the long Metamorphosis, so if you could find the rogue somehow. Marfella coming down. Does he get an AoE? No, picks up the eyes. No Trinket available for a bit. Trinket coming up in a bit though. Does Trinket out of it. Does get a sound Shadow Step. He also has a Trinket. That's going to be IB coming down. Does he drop Darkness though? Goes up in the air. Can he do enough damage to Shadow Step and take him out? That does get a few casts in there. Shadow Step taking a bit of damage. Is going to get a heal rolling. Dishonored is not in the fight. Could go for the eyes right now. Has Darkness that he needs to use. Has Darkness that he needs to use. Gets the AoE up and running. Does dodge away from Shadow Step and Kidney Shot coming down. And I think the Rogue does get to end this right now. Markfelleth and Venom and takes him out. That was a good set of duels, boys. Always fun watching Catch again. This Hunter's putting in some work. He is. It was his first arena and was anxious. It was his first arena? Who, the Hunter or the Warlock? Oh, the Warlock, it was his first arena. Oh my god, dude. He did so good. Well, he did pretty good for his first attempt.